All right, y'all, let's address it. I want to talk about something that's either going to really resonate with some of you crafters out there, or it's going to push your buttons. Stay tuned for the end of this video to see what we really think about laminating our stickers. So I've brought a bunch of different sticker papers in here to kind of talk about which ones you need to laminate, which ones you don't. There are different times and places for laminating your stickers. Now, generally speaking, I'm gonna say, no, you don't really need to laminate your stickers. Stickers are not permanent. That's the point. They can be removed. They're just for decoration. They get old, we replace them. So it's not really that important, but I want to talk about all the times when it would be. So as you can see here, I have quite a few different sticker paper options. Now, if we're just talking about basic stickers that we're making for our computer, for our refrigerator, places that aren't really going to be getting any water necessarily, you can go with something like these. So we have this vinyl glossy. This is the Zaccoto brand we get off Amazon. And we also have the vinyl matte. And then we have the HTV Ron. Now the Zaccoto is our favorite brand. I have not really ran into a lot of issues with any running or anything like that. It does say on the packaging, 15 durable and water resistant permanent sticker sheets. So they're water resistant on their own, even though they're paper stickers. They're gonna be water resistant up to some extent. And then at some point, if you're running them under water constantly, they are still stickers. So they're gonna get old, they're gonna get gross, and you're gonna have to replace them. The vinyl mat is also water resistant permanent stickers. And then I don't know that the HTV Raw actually says that it's waterproof. But I want to show you all what you can use if you're wanting to make your stickers waterproof. These are the laminate sheets that we have been discussing. Now these are basically what you can put over your sticker sheets to make them extra waterproof. So I could, technically speaking, put them over these Zaccoto ones, even though they say they're waterproof, to give them that extra coating, but I don't have to, okay? The only time that I'm really using a UV laminate is for a car decal. That's pretty much the only time. You can also use them if you're making sublimation stickers. So if you've ever heard of sublimation, then you know that the ink transfers on to the paper with sublimation ink and all of that. So these are our sublimation sticker sheets. You don't have to protect these. They will be waterproof, but the UV laminate is really good if you're putting a sublimation sticker on your car to protect it from the sunlight, because sublimation is affected by UV rays and the sun, and it will fade a lot faster if it doesn't have this protective film over top of it. I also brought in some of this holographic paper. This is just a basic sticker paper. It doesn't say anything about being waterproof or anything like that. Now, depending on what I'm going to be putting this on, will decide if I need to put the UV laminate on top of it. If it's going on my computer, if it's going in a classroom or something like that, I don't need UV laminate. If I'm putting it on a water bottle, if it's going on my car, I'm probably going to use the laminate sheets. All right, did we ruffle anybody's feathers? I feel like this is something that is so talked about here on our channel. People are constantly asking us, how do you waterproof your stickers? What are you putting over your stickers? Why aren't you putting things over your stickers? So we just like to clear it up. And I would love to know what you all think about this topic. Make sure to drop a comment below and let us know if you're laminating your stickers every single time, or if you're not afraid and you just print them out and use them wherever you want. I would love to hear it in the comments. Make sure, if you all are new around here, to check out the Makers Gonna Learn website. I'm gonna put a link right below for you all to cruise around our website, check it out, and if you're interested, you can become a part of our Crafty membership, where we love to inspire, motivate, and educate you all over on our website and here on the YouTube channel. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And if you are interested in what we talked about today, you're gonna wanna see this video up here. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. If you found this video, I bet you're wondering, how in the world do I make my stickers truly waterproof? And we're here to tell you all of the secrets. Today, I'm gonna walk you all through our favorite tips to getting nice, beautiful stickers that are also extremely waterproof and will not fade or bleed. I think you all are gonna be pleasantly surprised at how easy it is to achieve this look. Make sure and click the subscribe button if you aren't already. And if you all are ready, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So here on the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel, we make tons of stickers. It's one of the #1 things that we make, one of the #1 things that's requested. People are constantly asking us, how do I make my stickers waterproof and what's the best sticker paper to use? Well, I'm gonna tell you all what we have used that is tried and true and we love, and we want to share with you all the best types to use and all of those things. So what I want to talk about first is the brand of sticker paper. Now, if you get on Amazon or other craft warehouses, they're going to show you all lots of different kinds and brands of sticker paper. Now, you may find one that works really well for you, that prints well with your inkjet printer, but our favorite and go-to brand is the Zakoto brand sticker paper. So these are the Zakoto brand sticker papers that we love. These are tried and true. We use them constantly here in the studio. I've got the glossy and the matte here, and I'm gonna pull these out just so you all can get a really good look at what they actually look like. So you're gonna get different opinions on whether you should use glossy or matte paper when printing stickers. Honestly, it's just a personal preference, but when we're talking about waterproof stickers, I personally love to use this vinyl matte paper. And a lot of people are like, why? It's gonna absorb more water. Well, this is not the only thing I do to make my stickers waterproof. So whenever I use this vinyl matte paper, I like to use this matte UV laminate for inkjet printable adhesive vinyl. I know it's a mouthful, but this is so good for making waterproof stickers. So what this is basically just a sheet of adhesive vinyl. It's completely clear, but it has a matte finish, which I prefer a matte. That is just personal preference entirely. And it's completely clear. You put it on top of the sticker. You can still cut it with your Cricut, but this basically seals your sticker in. Not only does it make it waterproof, but it protects it from UV light as well, which we love because a lot of times we're making stickers that are going onto our cars and things like that. So we want to make sure that we're using something that's going to protect it from any UV harm. So you can see here, this is clear and it looks like it's not super see-through, but whenever you all are printing on this high quality vinyl sticker paper, the ink looks so good and saturated. It shows through just fine and it looks beautiful every single time. So this is a perfect example of how those colors are still going to stand out really well, but I have a waterproof cover over this and it was printed on the matte sticker paper. And y'all, the quality of this sticker is amazing. It feels so thick, almost like one of those that you would buy at like a high-end outdoor store to put on your water bottle. They're just super nice and good quality, and that's what I love so much, especially when you add that second layer of the UV laminate. It just kind of gives the sticker a new level of quality, and I love that so much. Now, the vinyl glossy paper, lots of people use glossy vinyl paper when they're printing their stickers, and that's totally fine. The reason I don't love this as much is because I did some wash tests on these. I did it with the matte and with the glossy without using the UV laminate. They don't print nearly as crisp. So we did a video filming how to make these labels, and I did a wash test in that video comparing glossy versus matte with the UV laminate on top of it and without and all of that. So if you all are curious to see what really happens to this glossy paper, I will link that video below for you guys. But I really, really like the matte because when I print this black outline in these words, everything was so crisp and saturated. And with the glossy, I could tell in this dainty writing right here, I was starting to lose it. And so I wanted it to be very crisp. I didn't want to lose any of that quality. And that's why I tend to lean more towards the matte vinyl sticker paper rather than the glossy. And I also noticed whenever I did the glossy, without any protection over it, without that UV laminate sheet, it tended to bleed a little bit more when I ran it under the water. And so you really just want to have that extra layer of protection whenever you're making waterproof stickers. That is our secret ingredient. Okay, so the main takeaways that I want you all to remember next time you're trying to make your own waterproof stickers are that you need to print on a high quality vinyl sticker paper such as the Zicoto brand, preferably with a matte finish if you want those really saturated, crisp colors. And also adding that extra layer of the UV laminate on top is really going to seal everything in, and it's going to make your stickers last that much longer. If you all like this video, make sure to subscribe below and hit that little bell so you're notified every single time that we post a new video. And if you all like this video, make sure to watch this one over here, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Is Cricut sticker paper really waterproof? If you want to find out, make sure you stick around because we're going to put it through the test and find out if the Cricut sticker paper is truly waterproof. If you're new around here, my name is Lauren and I'm a craft producer here at Makers Gonna Learn, where we strive to bring you inspiration, education, and motivation to not only get your die cutting machine out of the box, but to get the most out of the investment that you've already made. If you want to check out our website, click the first link down below and you can check us out. And get this, you can try us out for only $1. You heard that right. You can try out our membership where you have access to over 15,000 plus cut files, thousands of fonts, and education to help you learn your die cutting machine and get the most out of it. On top of that, you also get 20 download credits, meaning you can download 20 different things, whether that's 20 cut files or 20 fonts, or mix and match to your heart's desire. That brings that down to less than 5 cents a download, y'all. That is crazy. So if you're new, make sure to check that out. You can try us out for $1 for 7 days. Now, let's find out, is it really waterproof? Now, before we put these stickers on a cup and truly put it through the ultimate wash test, which is the dishwasher, I want to show you how to use the Cricut vinyl and the Cricut sticker paper and how to make it waterproof. So let's go ahead and jump overhead, and I'm going to show you the different types that you can purchase. Starting out, this is the Cricut printable vinyl, and I want to get a sheet out and show you the difference between the printable vinyl and the printable sticker paper, because there is a difference. So right out of the gate, pulling out the printable vinyl, you can see that it is a pretty thin vinyl, which I really like. It does have that plastic feel, which to me gives me the idea that this is going to be more waterproof than the other. So this is the printable vinyl. So if you're wanting to have truly waterproof sticker, I highly suggest you start out with your base layer as the Cricut printable vinyl. Now, the next one that I want to show you is what they call the Cricut printable sticker paper. Now, the word paper is going to give this one away. So when I pull this out to show you, you can see automatically this looks and sounds more like paper because it is. Now, it has more of a paper feel, and I want to pull a little bit off. Let's see if it tears like paper, but this is going to be for those stickers that are, like I said, more like paper. And yes, you can see that this tears like paper, it sounds like paper. So that's what this is. This is printable sticker paper. So you all know when you get paper wet, this is not going to be very waterproof. So when you go to purchase, if this is something after watching this video, you decide this is something you want to try out, make sure you are aware that you are not purchasing printable sticker paper and that you are purchasing the Cricut printable vinyl. The vinyl, like I said, is going to be the plastic vinyl. It feels like vinyl, it has the weight of vinyl, so this is the base that you need to start out with. Now, what I'm going to talk about next is this set. Now, you don't actually, if you purchase this in the printable waterproof sticker set, there is printable vinyl that comes with it, or you can also purchase it just as the waterproof overlay. So you can see this is the holographic. I'm going to pull this out and show you. So here we have our waterproof holographic overlay, and then you also get your printable vinyl in there. So you do have to print on this, and then once it is printed, you put your waterproof overlay on top of that, and then you cut. So it does come in lots of different styles. You do have holographic. This one is the transparent. I'll show you what it looks like as well. Once again, here it is, the vinyl laminate. So this is going to be the laminate that you put over top of your Cricut vinyl. And one thing you do have to be very aware of is the transparent, because this is Cricut printable vinyl, Cricut printable sticker vinyl. But I want to show you that once you pull it off the backer, you can see that this is a clear sticker paper. So anything that you print on this, you will need to print darker colors on this and know that the sticker paper is going to be clear. Now, over here on the website, you can see that you have lots and lots of different options. So here, we'll click on this one. This is the waterproof sticker set. This is just the regular white. You can select the color. You can select if you want the white or you want the transparent. So make sure you're aware that if you want a solid background, you are choosing the white. Right now, at this moment in time, it is on sale. Now, it's not always going to be on sale, but it is on sale now. I will say this, that the value for this, when you are purchasing this, you do only get 6 pages of the printable vinyl and 6 pages of the laminate sheet. So one thing that I highly suggest is I would try my best to stock up on this when it is on sale, because if you are looking at getting it when it's not on sale, it's going to be a little over $1 a sheet, and that is $1 for the sheet of printable vinyl and $1 for the sheet of the transparent laminate sheet. So make sure you're watching that. Stock up on it while it is on sale. That way you get the most bang for your buck. You also have the holographic sticker set where you can select your color if you want white or transparent as well. It's the same thing. The transparent meaning it is transparent background that you're going to be printing on, but all of the holographic laminate sheets are going to look the same, whether you choose transparent or white. So just make sure you are aware of that. Now this one is even less, so you only get 5 sheets of the laminate and 5 sheets of the transparent. You get even less, which means I would stock up on it more when it's on sale. So you only are going to get 5 sheets of the printable vinyl and 5 sheets of the laminate. So just be aware of that. And then we're gonna go back. This one is the printable iron-on. We're not talking about that today. Here is the sticker paper. Remember, and you can see it is quite a bit cheaper, but just know that if it says sticker paper, that's truly what it is. It is paper with sticker on the back of it. It is not vinyl. So if you are looking for something waterproof, make sure you are looking for something that says printable vinyl. Now, you can purchase the printable vinyl on its own. You can see here is the 12 count, the US letter, and then this one is the printable vinyl. Now, and as you can see here, this is the same thing. This just comes in a 10 count, whereas this comes in a 12 count. That's why the price is a little different, but they are both white printable vinyl. Now, the next printable vinyl that they have is going to be your gold foil. So we'll click on this. This one is, you can select your color. You can print on gold printable vinyl, or you can choose silver. So this is just a different type of printable vinyl. Here you can see this is what it looks like. This is gonna give you the similar like holographic stickers. These work really well if you use black and have like a knockout in between it so you can see the background. So just know those are your options when it comes to printable sticker paper. And here you can see you have the clear. Now, if you want it to be truly waterproof, you do need to purchase this one of these sets that does have the waterproof laminate on top, okay? So I just want to be clear, this is what you need. You can try out the printable vinyl by itself without the waterproof laminate, but I do think that added layer of protection is truly going to help. Now that we've talked about all of this, let's go ahead and hop over to Maker's Gonna Learn and let's grab some files and we are going to make some stickers together. Once you are at the Maker's Gonna Learn website, if you come up here to cut files, you can see that you can browse through all of the cut files. You can search ones by name, you can sort them, or if you want to quickly go to files that are automatically set up for print and cut, you can come to this drop down menu here and you can go to the print and cut category, and that is going to pull up files that are great for print and cut, and all you have to do is download them and then put them into Cricut. So now that we have unzipped all of our files, what I'm gonna do is go down to upload. We're gonna upload images. You can then bring in your Finder. You can browse or you can drag and drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start dragging and dropping the ones that I want and start uploading them into Design Space as flat graphics. And we do have a few that we're gonna upload, so I'm just going to repeat the process of uploading all of these files, and then we will size them accordingly here in just a minute. So now that we have all of the images that we want to print as stickers on our page, we're just gonna size them and add an offset if you want to. One thing I love to do is I love to turn on my grid to see what I need to add an offset to and what I don't. So it really just depends on what your preference is. For example, these two right here, I want to leave them as is. I do not want an offset. I want that color to go all the way to the edge. However, I do think I have to have an offset on this one, so I'm going to come up here to offset. And with this one, I am gonna have to have a pretty decent size offset. So we're gonna give Cricut Design Space a few seconds to create that offset, and then once it has, we're just going to hit apply. So now that we have all of the stickers that we want, I'm going to duplicate a couple, because one thing that I want to make sure that you all are aware of is that you need to take up as much room on these sheets because they are a little bit more on the expensive side. So we want to make sure we take up all the room we can on these sheets. So once you've duplicated and you've created all of the stickers that you want, we are going to go to Make It. Once we are here, what we are going to do next is go to Continue. I'm going to send this to my printer. I'm going to add bleed to these because some of them I do want bleed, and the ones with the white, it's okay to just keep the bleed on. So we're gonna add bleed and use System Dialog, and then we're gonna hit Print. The System Dialog will then pop up behind Cricut Design Space. Now it doesn't on everyone's, but for the most part it does. We are printing this on best quality. I'm feeding from the rear tray, and I love to turn my media type to photo just because I feel like I get a better print that way. Know that it is going to use a little bit more ink, but this is what we're gonna do, and we are using our Canon TS9500 series, and then we're going to select Print. Now that it's printed, before I put the laminate sheet on here, I want you all to look at how well these stickers printed. They look so good on this printable vinyl. I am already impressed with the quality of this so far, but now I want to show you what you have to do before we cut to make it truly waterproof. So just to help me out, I'm going to go ahead and place this on our mat. Now I'm doing this so that this page does not move when I go to put the laminate sheet on there, because sometimes I've noticed that if it's staticky, it won't line up as good. So I'm sticking it on here so that it doesn't move. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your vinyl laminate sheet. So I'm gonna use the holographic today. You can use whichever one you want. There is instructions, and what I love about it is it's cut right here at the top, so you can line this up, and then I'm gonna show you how you can take a squeegee and get everything out of it. So we're just gonna line this up right here to the top corner. And see what I mean when I say you just have to be careful with this. Line it up the best that you can. And then once you have done that, I suggest grabbing a squeegee tool. We're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna start taking this off and squeegeeing this down so that we don't get any bubbles in the application. So I'm just doing it a little bit at a time, peeling this off, running it down this way, some more, and then we can even peel it all the way and then take our squeegee and run that down. One other thing I suggest doing is kind of looking at it from the side to make sure that you get all of those bubbles out, and using your squeegee to move those to the edge and get those bubbles laid down really nice. Once you have done that, we are going to go back to our share screen. We are going to browse all material. We're just going to type in Printable. So once you type in Printable, we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to type in we're going to select Printable Waterproof Sticker Set White Holographic, because that's what we are using today. Then we are going to select Done, and it tells you before cutting, apply your laminate sheet over the printed sticker sheet. That is very important because it's very hard to add the laminate sheet after, so you must add your laminate sheet before. Once we have done that, we're going to come over here to our machine. We are going to load this in. While our stickers are cutting, I want to go ahead and show you a cup that we have added some stickers to just for a wash test. And y'all, let me make sure that you all know, we put these stickers on this cup probably about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago, and put it through a full dishwasher wash test. Now, let's go overhead and I want to show you these results. I mean, automatically, when we put these on the first time, I was highly impressed, but what I was most impressed with was the quality after coming out of the dishwasher. Y'all, we put it through the wringer. I turned the temperature up as high as it would go, put it on a power wash, and look at how well these stickers stayed on this cup. Now, I will say there was a little issue with this little corner coming up, but that's just because that's a tiny area to stay stuck down, but it's still stuck down very well. And I will also say, when I brought it out, the cup, I got it out of the dishwasher as soon as it was finished, so the cup was still warm, and the toe of this boot acted like it wanted to come up, but then once it cooled down and I laid that back down, it's not going anywhere. So I am the first to say this, I am so impressed with this laminate sheet that goes over top of your printable vinyl from Cricut. I think they definitely got this one right. So now that it's cut, let's go ahead and look at how well this cut through. Now, I will say it doesn't cut all the way through the backer, which could be a good thing. It really just depends on what you want. But as far as the rest, let's go ahead and try to take one of these stickers up. Y'all, it cut really well. I'm impressed. Look how cute. So if you wanted it to cut all the way through the backer, you would probably have to use more pressure on that. But as of how it stands right now, with that specific setting for this material, it doesn't cut through, but look how well it cut, y'all. This sticker is automatically going on my laptop. You all know that you're gonna be seeing these stickers on my laptop on the channel very soon. If you've stuck around, we're gonna answer the question, is this stuff really waterproof? In my opinion, yes, it is. And is it worth the money? If you catch it on sale, I definitely think that it is. This is a very high quality product, and I think Cricut got this one right. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified every time we get crafty.
Today we're going over a topic all about stickers with our Cricut.
Yes.
I am so excited for you to dive into this because there's a lot of people here that are newbies that just got their Cricut and they're like, I don't know how I found you, but please help me.
Listen, shout out.
So yay, okay. Are you
we
ready to
make
craft?
stickers?
Woohoo, let's make some stickers. I love it. Awesome.
Okay, so here on the table today, we have some of our really, really pretty new floral MGL logos here, and we're going to teach you guys how to not only make these stickers, but make stickers in bulk. And you know, I think I've decided just last minute, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of a little extra flair training, and I think I'm gonna show you guys how to take SVGs as well.
Oh snap!
And turn them into stickers.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
if we're gonna talk about stickers, we might as well talk about all of it. One thing that I do want to talk about, let's go ahead and go overhead. And I want to talk to you guys about the different types of sticker paper that we use here in our office. Now, these are our tried and true. And I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. This is the only thing that you all can use.
It's our end all be all.
It's our end all be all, correct. This is what we love. Y'all, the Zakoto brand, however you want to say this, I say it Zakoto, this to me is the best. This is pretty much the only thing that I use. We have started using the HTV Ront, which I have ended up liking a lot.
But I will say, Lauren, let's just have this conversation.
Okay.
HTV Ront is great for personal stickers. If I'm giving something and if I want the best quality look to be like, I would sell this at a boutique, I still want the one up to your right.
I'm still going to go for Zakoto. Let's go ahead and open it up and I'll show you guys. So, and a lot of people will ask us, what's the difference in printable sticker paper and printable vinyl?
Ooh, great question.
That is a very, very good question.
Great question.
Really?
It's thicknesses and it's core. You know, if we're talking about sticker paper, you know, it's going to be papery. Like water would affect it.
But this is water resistant.
Yeah, and that's more, I would consider this more, it's printable vinyl. And it does say vinyl on it. So vinyl is what I would go for when we're talking about durability.
But I mean, when you think of sticker paper, it's like the paper stickers.
Yes.
So I guess I was saying this wrong.
That's okay.
I guess this technically is printable vinyl
in
a way.
Right.
And this is the matte of the Zakoto. It's probably my favorite.
Yes.
It is my go-to, is this, take a screenshot. Let's take a screenshot if you are wanting to make stickers.
Yes, grab it.
Take a screenshot of this. Everybody got that?
I love it.
Okay, now take a screenshot of this one. Give you a second to take a screenshot. There we go.
This is one of my favorite things when y'all are screenshotting.
I know. So these are both very, very water resistant. How many of these do you have on your emotional support water bottle?
Oh my, I mean, 20.
Exactly.
And
they're all in, I mean, when I say emotional support water bottle, Tanner carries this thing around all the time. How many years have you had those stickers on there?
Oh, 2. I mean, me and Blake made them before he went off to college, and he's a junior now.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
They've been on there since 2020.
And they're still great.
We love them.
So we get the Zakoto sticker paper off of Amazon. There is a link down below that it takes you straight to that sticker paper. We love it. Another one that we have, but I don't necessarily use a ton, honestly. I'm just, listen, 100% transparency here, guys.
Sure.
Is the StarCraft. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that it's got a different feel to it.
Yes.
It has, I don't know. It's just a different feel to it.
Right.
So that's going to be a personal, I'm not saying, and the thing is, what I want you guys to understand, try out the Zakoto. Like I said, this is our end all be all. This is our favorite. But try out different types to see which one that you like the best. That is my suggestion to you guys, to find out what you like. But I'm going to tell you, once you use the Zakoto, I don't think you're going to want to try anything else. Just my personal preference. Okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to cancel this cut real quick. Does anybody have anything specific you are wanting to learn about when it comes to making papers? Drop me those questions.
Lauren, I got a question.
Okay.
Before we even dive in, we need to have a chat about printers. What to look for in a printer.
What to look for in a printer when it comes to print and cut. you know why I didn't think about this, why I didn't think about talking about printers?
It's okay.
Because, once again, my mom had the exact same question.
Yeah.
She said, and I don't know if there's anybody here that has this question. She was like, I told her, oh, you can make stickers with your Cricut, no problem. She said, wait, I can print on my Cricut?
There's a lot your Cricut can do in partnership with a printer.
But it's not print. You can't
Right.
print on your Cricut. So you do have to have an inkjet printer when you are making print then cut images. Now,
Yes.
you can use a laser, but know that it's going to be black and white. We do use laser for stickers for certain things. If you're foiling stuff, you can use a laser printer, but for full color stickers, you're going to need an inkjet printer. We really, really love all of the Canon printers when it comes to like inkjet printers that give us like the best quality image. You all
Yes.
know we love our Epsons for
Sublimation.
but Canon is really the one we go to for like printing pictures and printing stickers and things like that. So we have a Canon 9500, I think.
I believe so.
That we use out here that we really, really love. You can find an inkjet printer for a pretty good cost. Just look at the specs. You're going to want one that does print a higher quality image if you want higher quality stickers.
Yes. Now, the one that we have in our office that we use the most right now, I am going to tell y'all. It is the Canon, I'll just link it too, I'll add this in. It's the Canon 8620 all-in-one.
Okay.
And it is a really good printer. I'll see if I can find it in white because it's a great investment in their craft printer. And I'm sorry, it's the 9521 and it's white. It's 34% off today. I can't tell you the price because it can change.
Right.
So it's the Canon Craft printer. I'll link it right here for you. This is our go-to.
Once again, decals for vehicles, they do have, now, this is one thing that I will say. This is the StarCraft Matte UV laminate for your inkjet printable vinyl.
Yes.
So this is something that you put over top of your stickers that you would print. So what you could do, because this is the clear, correct?
Yes.
So what you could do is take your Zykoto paper. I would probably use a matte if I was doing it for decals on a vehicle, and cut this, and then take the same image, like the cut image, and then cut this out and place it over top of your sticker because this is a UV protectant.
Yes. Now, I've had some people, before we dive into the actual function of making stickers, I like to have these conversations. So someone said, wait, why can I not use my laser printer to make beautiful stickers? I've done it before. I actually tested this, Lauren.
Okay.
So Cricut says you have to use an inkjet printer. And the reason why is that there's a scanner on the Cricut that scans around the print and it knows exactly where to actually cut. It's really great technology, but it says it can't scan laser ink. That's why it needs to be an inkjet.
Yeah.
So that's why we recommend inkjet. But if you only have a laser and you test it and it works.
It says it can't scan laser ink?
Because it's not ink.
I've cut it with laser ink before.
So have I. So have I. So I just wanted to have that honest, open convo. And you can take it with a grain of salt and do as you wish. So
I've used laser ink to cut because we did that with the gold foil stickers.
I know. That's what, exactly. And it worked.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Interesting. I did not know that they said that. Okay. So there was another couple questions. What size sticker sells best? I think that's just going to be a personal preference. I don't really know that one size. I would say
there's room for all.
Size-wise, there is room for all. I have some stickers that are like a 3x3. I think I have what would Dolly do might be closer to like a 4x4.
Yeah.
But then I also have stickers that are like a 1.5 by something, like they're smaller. So if you have one image, or you create an image, I would make it in multiple sizes. That way, and what you can do to maximize, and this was another question that I saw, and I will show you guys how to maximize your print and cut area. You can have one large sticker on the sheet and then have like 5 or 6 different smaller ones around it. That way you take up the whole sheet and you use every part of it and you're not wasting.
Yes.
Okay? So let's go ahead. One thing that I do want to show you guys is if we're gonna come over here to the Maker's Gonna Learn website, what I really want to show you, one of the things that I'm very impressed about, so I don't know if you all, let's go back to one and let me talk about the differences in PNG and SVG, because I feel like we're gonna have a lot of questions about that before I jump into it. So we have 2 different types of files on our website that you can use with your Cricut. And I'm sure you all are gonna ask, well, what's the difference? So we have PNG, which is Portable Network Graphic, and we have SVG, which is a Scalable Vector Graphic, okay? Portable Network Graphic, Scalable Vector Graphic, PNG, SVG. One good thing that I do personally to remember to kind of keep them separated is with PNG, I just automatically think of well, that's set up for print and cut.
Right.
PNG, print and cut. One big difference though is if it is a PNG file, it is created with just a certain amount of pixels. So if you guys know what pixels are, they're like the little tiny squares that are different colors that when you put them all together, it makes one image.
Love it.
Okay, so that is when you scale that up, those pixels don't change. All they do is they get bigger, so the bigger the image gets, the more pixelated it is because the pixels are larger and you can see those edges. Like you can see those rough edges on the pixels. Does that make sense to everyone?
And one way I like to look at it is the SVG. I could literally take that SVG, any one from our website, and I could scale it so large, it's on a billboard and we look flawless.
That's what I was getting at next. So with scalable, you just got excited. Listen, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. So with SVGs, Scalable Vector Graphics, Carol says, I tell myself S stands for scissors, P stands for print. That's a really good way to keep them separated because the SVGs are what you have to use to cut, so scissors. But the other thing with the Scalable Vector Graphic is that you can, like Kenner said, you can scale it as large as you want. And y'all, it's not gonna lose the quality. It's gonna be the exact same super crisp image. So it's scalable to whatever size you want and it's still beautiful.
Yes.
Okay? So those are the 2 separate files that we have on our Maker's Gonna Learn website. Now, one thing that you're gonna run into, if it says print and cut on it, there's probably not gonna be an SVG file because it's gonna have a lot of detail, a lot of colors, and it's very hard to make those layers because with an SVG file, you have layers. So if you have a red layer, then you're gonna have a black layer and you might have a white layer. So you're gonna have 3 colors with 3 layers on the SVG. With print and cut, you can have 15 colors.
But it's flat.
And it's flat.
It's printing away. And then we're gonna cut.
Now that we've kind of talked about the difference in PNG, SVG, knowing that if it says print and cut, it's gonna only have the PNG version on our website, let's go ahead and hop over to our website so that I can show you guys. And I'm actually gonna come down here. If you can, we're here at the cut file section, so I've already gone to the cut files. I wanna go to the categories and I wanna scroll all the way down here to our print and cut section. Y'all, our print and cut section is huge. Well, it's only showing like 4. Let's go to view all. What is it doing? Oh, because I have box here.
Yes, that was me.
Let's not do that. So we're print and cut, search, view all. It's probably gonna take us a couple minutes. Do you have to calibrate Cricut for only print and cut? Francis asked us that question, And no, there's actually more calibration than just print and cut, but we can walk you through a print and cut calibration if that is something that you all want here in a few minutes. Y'all, our print and cut section is so large that it's gonna take us a few minutes.
It's gonna be huge, yeah.
It's gonna take us a few minutes. So let's go ahead and while that is, you know, since we're, no, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say, since we're talking about calibration, I can go ahead and show you how to calibrate while that's loading, but I don't want to confuse you. We are just talking about files right now.
So this is one of our new features, is this view all area. And I specifically asked for it. Now, the print and cut area for view all is, I think, my personal favorite because it showcases like the value of the membership so thoroughly. But as you can see, it does take a moment to load all of the cut files, which, you know, you could do this if you want it to load faster, do it in batches of 100. You could even show them the sort by area. I think it won't mess up anything.
Sort by, most popular, newest, alphabetical.
What's our other option for view over here?
View is 30, 90, and all. We can go to 30.
Or 90 would work good because that will load really fast.
Let's search for 30.
And then you could just go through page by page or whatever you would like. So it's super fun. You might just want to refresh the whole page. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, the view all, it's like, what in the world?
Okay. So, someone asked, said that they're still having issues extracting zip files. We'll go over that very briefly today, how you can extract zip files, how you are going to download them. Now, we are using what we call a mini Mac, so it's kind of like a love child of a Windows and a Mac computer. It's not fully Mac, but it's not fully Windows. It actually leans more toward the Mac side of things, but Windows and Mac still are very similar. I know we have an HP desktop or laptop here in our office. You do have to extract some of the files. Like you have to right click and click extract, and then it will extract a little bit differently. We will be doing a video on that coming up very soon, but we'll talk a little bit about it today. So here we are on our blank canvas. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to your upload section. We are actually going to be using the floral MGL file today, but y'all, let's just go to view all and we'll pick some of the ones that we've already downloaded. So I know we're gonna do this one. So we're gonna add that one to Canvas. Let's go on down. Is this one an SVG, I wonder? It looks like it might be. We're gonna add that one to Canvas too. I like that one. This one is a good one to customize. Add it to Canvas. I know it's an SVG. These are some beautiful print and cut. This one is a very good example. We're gonna add that one to Canvas. Awesome. Okay, so we have 4.
Love it.
On our canvas. So we're gonna go back to our canvas, add to canvas. Here we go. Awesome sauce. So this one right here, let me go ahead and I'm gonna hide these, and we're gonna do these one by one so that we can go through. This one right here is already a PNG that you download from our website, and y'all, you size that up and down, you size it to what you want it, and it is good to go. There's nothing else you have to do this, okay? So when you are working with like this file specifically, all you're gonna have to do is size it, because you can see, if you look at the edges, you can see that it's just going to cut around the edge of that sticker. And that's it. Some of those, that's all you have to do. Nikita asked, can you use a sublimation printer for stickers? No, sublimation is specifically for like taking sublimation ink and transferring it over to different materials like t-shirts, anything like that has a polymer coating on it, cups, things like that. I don't think you could sublimate on sticker paper. I don't think it would, the heat would really mess up the actual, like the stickers. So you do have to have Inkjet for stickers, unfortunately. So back over in Design Space, all you have to do is size this one. Now let's talk about this file, which is a PNG already, okay?
Love it.
So for those that are new, looking at this file, I think, oh, that's so beautiful, so many colors. I don't have all that vinyl. I'm gonna make stickers out of this. All I have to do is size it and I'm good to go.
I love it.
You would think that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me show you what you definitely need to make sure you look at before you do that. Because if you were just to size this image, which it is a PNG, so, oh, Caesar has Sublimation sticker sheets. Did you know that?
I think so.
Oh, well then I guess you can.
Oh, Sublimation sticker sheets.
So you could sublimate on the sticker sheets and then...
The ink can't run. Lauren, that's a new video dropped in our lap. Boom.
Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You just changed the game for me. Listen, we're learning just as much as you are.
I love
we
it.
learn every day. So I love it. I love when you share your stuff that you have. There are things, our minds go every which way. So that's it. Okay. So for those that are new, you could see this and think, oh, I'm just going to size this. It's going to print beautifully. And you know, sometimes it will. But what I want to show you guys, I'm going to bring in a shape. And I'm going to size this up. And I'm going to move it to the back. Okay? Oh, I didn't mean to put it in there. Let's just move it up here. And then let's just go to arrange and send to back. Are y'all seeing this?
Look at this.
Do you see where it's white here? But when I take this, it goes gray, and then it goes white. Everywhere that it goes from white to gray, showing you that this square is behind it, that's where the Cricut is going to cut. So the Cricut is going to cut out all of these little places inside this flower. The Cricut's going to cut out in between the flower. The Cricut's going to cut out all these little teeny tiny pieces. And what's going to happen is this sticker is going to lose its integrity. It's going to completely, there's a good chance that the fine point blade is going to rip all of those little pieces and it's not going to cut as smooth as you want it. Okay?
But Lauren, there's a feature that it's your favorite.
There is a feature that is my favorite that I'm going to tell you guys about. And what that is, I'm just going to size this down and we may keep this over here real quick. What you're going to do if you already have a PNG and you want it to cut around the outside of the sticker, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to offset, which is one of my favorite tools to use. You're going to size the offset how you want it. So really and truly, I would probably go with a 0.2 or maybe even a 0.15 because I don't want that large of an area around the sticker. You can even go lower than that. Let's try a 0.1. Okay? So that's going to cut super close to that. And you are going to click apply.
And let me tell y'all, I love when it gives me a different color as the offset because it just changed the whole style, vibe, everything.
And really from there, because what you can do now, you can come up here to your colors and you can, y'all look at this. You can make it whatever color you want and really change the whole design of the sticker. Like you can make it black and make it pop. You can change it to a brown and keep it like more of the retro style. You can even leave it white if you like the white. Let me go ahead and change our canvas color real quick so you all can see kind of more of what I'm talking about. So here is like the white version of it. Click our offset result. You can change it to brown. You can even come here to the advanced options and you can really make it a custom color. Whatever you want, you can type in your hex code. I love a good hex code. All I have to do is type it in. I don't have to manually find anything.
Right.
So you can play around with it really however you want. Okay, so I like this brown. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this brown color. So now what you would do, because if you look at your layers panel, the offset result and the mama with flowers right here, they are still separate. So if I come over here and I move this, y'all, they're not together. So if that happens and you move them on accident, here's a little trick for our newbies. Select them both, make sure they're both selected over here, come to a line, and center them.
Lauren, we gotta slow you down because you are literally shaking people up right now.
What?
Let's go back to how you were customizing that background.
Okay.
So we just need to go back. We're gonna pause and we're gonna go back to, because you were blowing some people's minds.
Okay, so do we want to go back to the offset or no?
Did you already attach it?
No, I've not.
So let's just go back to how you customized that background color.
Okay.
Because everyone's commenting, what are hex codes?
Okay.
So if you are here and you want to know how to get the perfect color, a hex code is a 6-symbol code made up of 3 2-symbol elements. Pretty much in layman's terms, you take the color with a dropper and then it gives you a number.
Let's go here. So if you will just Google hex codes, this is well, not hex with a 4. This is my little secret when it comes to coming up with color palettes, is using the hex codes. And you can actually do hex codes color palettes.
Oh, okay.
And it will pop up different color palettes.
Look at that.
So if you go to like Google Images, let's see if this will pull it up.
That's awesome.
Like here is a color palette.
I love that.
And it gives you all the hex codes at the bottom. Here's another color palette if you want salmon. There's so many different options for you for hex code color palettes. This is how I do it right here.
So fun.
Look at all of these color palettes you can go with. And this is a really good design element if you are wanting to sell your stuff. Having all of this in your back pocket, just Google it.
I love that.
Just Google hex code color palettes. Yes, Ava, this video will replay. You can replay this. And there is actually a tool. I'm pretty sure you can use it. I think it might be on Windows. I don't know if it's on Mac because I'm pretty sure I used it on a Windows computer before. A tool on your computer where you can do a color picker on anything on your screen. So you can come in here and specifically get this cream color. But yes, this is where
it's a game changer.
It's game changer. So if you have your offset results selected and you come up here to your colors and you go to advanced, this right here is where you type in your hex code.
Love it.
Black is going to be all zeros.
Wow.
And then you would, really you can play around with it. H5, 7, I don't know if it gives you one or not.
I'm sure it would.
No, it doesn't.
6, just 6 numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, but anyway.
So can you pick, so like if you wanted to change it and make it the same color as like the mama, the mama text, you could just select it from the colors already on the palette above, right? Or could you?
No, because see, I've hidden, this has all the layers. So that's where those colors are coming from.
Cool.
So for the Cricut actual design function, there is not like a color picker for a PNG that's already created.
Right.
That's the only downfall with Cricut is there's not a color picker for what's already created.
Sure.
You can try your best to get it as close as possible. So if you wanted to go with the cream, a lot of times what I do is I will go with either yellow or orange, depending on what undertone this has. So to me, this has more of a yellow undertone. So I'll go to like the yellow and then go to advanced and come down here to like more of the white, like cream, and try to get it that way. So I feel like that got pretty close to it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So just look at your undertones of the colors and do the best you can. That might even have more of a brown undertone with orange. So we come over here to this and no, I think it's got more yellow. I think I was right the first time. But anyway,
so cool.
That's how you would customize your colors.
This is just a fun thing to keep in your back pocket. And let me tell you, you're going to come back to this. You're going to be like, that one time Lauren was teaching about print and cut stickers, I can learn about hex codes. Come back to it. So you just pencil us in.
Another thing that I do want to show you guys while we are here, and I might can do it with the Hello Sunshine. We'll do it there. So now that you've got your offset fixed, what you have to do is select them both for it to become a truly customizable sticker. Select them both, flatten them together, and then you're going to size it down.
Do not forget to flatten. Will you zoom in and now bring that background square just so everyone can see the difference now that that background's here,
So
it will change the view.
Let me zoom back out and I'll just size it up. So let's size this back up. Now when I have this background square, I pull it over this way. Let's make it larger. And y'all, there is no gray. So that means that the Cricut is going to just cut the outside of all of this sticker.
Wow.
Okay? Does that make
That is awesome.
And April made a good point. She said she's asked, can you drag your PNG into Canva to check the colors of it? Absolutely.
Yes.
Because Canva has the color picker and you can do that. If you use Canva, we like to use Canva a lot for crafting. You can pull in your PNGs into Canva. There are so many different apps that you could use to find the color of a specific image and color match that way. But I do know that Canva does give you the hex code of certain colors.
Now, Lauren, Sherry brought up a great question.
Okay.
She said, do you attach before flatten?
Do you? I do not.
So you don't have, so when you flatten, it does the attach, it is already a God-given assumption
that you're attaching. Yes.
So in your mind, you're doing the process right, but here's what I want you to think about. So everyone's that may also think like this, because I would too. Flatten does two huge things. It is going to attach any of the layers as what you see is what you'll get, which is so good. And number two, it turns all those colors into a printable image. So that is going to become a print and cut. So Flatten does both of it for you. So there's no need to group attach because you're going to flatten and it's going to become one beautiful layer anyway. So just flatten. Make it look make sure it looks good, feels good, colors right, then flatten. Flatten should be one of the last steps you take when making a sticker.
Now I'm gonna really blow your mind. I'm about to really blow your mind, y'all. So now what I'm going to do, since we're talking about flatten, this is an SVG.
Love it.
Do you see all these layers here? Does everybody understand that this is an SVG? So technically, I can cut this out of vinyl right now. But let's say I don't have all of these color vinyl. I don't have this color vinyl, but I still want to make this beautiful sticker.
Yes.
Okay. What can you do?
I don't know.
What do you do, Tanner?
I don't know.
I don't know. So let's say you're like, I like these colors, but that's not really my style. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to come in here and you're going to select these different layers. So we'll start on the outside. You know what? Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6.
Oh.
What we're going to do.
I was going to ask you to do this.
We're going to go to Google Chrome. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to play around.
Let's leave that black one. Let's let the black layer that's on the SVG stay there.
Okay.
And you just pick one of these that you love and keep the black.
So we're going to pick one of these hex code color palettes that we love.
We are going to turn an SVG into our very own.
Yes. We're going to turn it into our very own. Did
okay,
you say one
now I'm
you
officially in Inner Circle and Community. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yay!
Woohoo! Lauren is a fantastic teacher. Woohoo!
You know, I've not seen one that like stands out. I kind of like this one for some reason. It's speaking to me, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep looking because y'all,
there's so many.
There's so many.
That's awesome.
There's so many. What do you see, Tanner? One that stands out to
Oh my
you?
gosh, I kind of like this. Where your cursor is, any from that row just screams nursery for me.
Right here?
Any one of those four. Which one are you feeling?
Something about this green and purple right here I'm really liking.
And I think with the sticker, I think that would be great.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here, clicked on this. Here are all of our hex codes.
This is like we could do a whole. This is like a whole mini training in the training.
I'm pretty sure our live today with making stickers has completely changed. Which, you know,
Laura says
I didn't come in here expecting to teach this training.
Okay, so Laura says, can you legally change an SVG? Honey, here at Maker's Gonna Learn, let me tell you, we brag and we praise when you take an SVG
and you make it your own.
And you make it something that no one else has. So please use it as a tool to get you to something custom that no one else has, because y'all know you can't beat that feeling.
Nope. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to make this a little smaller so I can still see this, or I can come back and forth. Actually, let's drag. We'll come here. This is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, our top. Actually, we're gonna come over here and select this layer, come back over here, and we'll do it with the, I think I wanna move, do we wanna move dark to light or light to dark? Let's move light to dark. So we're gonna do the first one. So we're gonna use this FFE, DBA, and we're gonna come over here. We're gonna come to our colors. We're gonna go to advanced, and then we're just gonna type that in. So it's gonna be FFE, DBA. Y'all, there it is.
Oh,
Pulls it right in.
That.
Now we're gonna come to this layer. We're gonna come back over here. We're gonna go CEBB.
Lauren, copy
86.
and paste this. There's no room for failure here.
But when I go to click on it, it gives me, it takes me to that color.
Lauren, I'm
What?
coming over here. So go back to where you were. Go back to where you were.
Okay. Go back to where you were.
So this is crazy. So so without even clicking, you can still highlight and then Command C, and now paste that in.
Okay.
I'm taking over
Tanner's
this.
teaching me stuff too.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Did it work?
Yep. Except for it gave me two.
Just don't highlight that the next time. Ooh,
there we go.
Look at our color.
I still want to change this. We'll change it to something here in a minute.
Yeah, you can pick something because you'll have all these colors.
So now we want to go to the pink layer. We're going to come back over here to Google Chrome. We're going to highlight this, Command C it, come back to our colors, and Command V it. Boom. Then we're going to pick our orange layer. We're going to come over here to Google. We're going to drag and Command C, or copy and paste, right click, whatever, advanced, paste.
Someone said, hold on, I have to read this. She said, I watch some other groups, but I must admit, this is my favorite group. Makers Gonna Learn is the best I've seen. Michelle, I like to say that Makers Gonna Learn, you can't really compare us. I know Cricut is like a very similar machine. We're just uncomparable. Very intentionally, the support, the training, the curriculum, the family here, unmatched. Like there are people that train and equip, and I love them, and they're colleagues of mine. But to say that, like, to go all in, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we love doing it. So literally we all love just showing up and serving you guys. So thanks for being
I
here.
even changed that cream color to this. And then
because you had the starting point.
Because I had the starting point.
Of the hex colors.
Yes.
So you can even go more customized for your project, which is so good. I love it.
So now what I can do is I can come back over here. I'm actually going to grab, what I want to do is I want to grab this guy. I'm going to grab this cream color because I still like this cream color. And I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to come back over here to Design Space. And what you're going to do, because once again, this is, if I were to change this, if I were to flatten this, it's all going to flatten and the Cricut's still going to cut in between all of these different lines, okay? So I'm going to select all of them.
I love this.
I'm going to create an offset, okay? So y'all know I don't like a thick offset, so we're going to come down to 0.15. Try that. Do not fret.
This will be good training too.
Do not fret. We're going to apply that.
Looks totally different now.
Looks totally different.
I love
Looks
it.
totally different. Come back up here. I'm going to pull in my cream. I still don't know that I love it. I like that better. There we go.
I'm telling you, nursery vibes. I don't
Nursery
know why I
vibes.
love
Okay.
it.
Now, once again, because you can still see all of this gray back there, the Cricut will cut that. What you're going to do, you're going to click your offset. You're going to come down here to contour, and you're going to hide all contours. Do we need to do that again?
I mean,
do we need to do that again?
So let's go over this. You did not attach anything yet.
I've not attached anything.
You have not flattened anything
I have
yet.
not flattened anything.
You went and selected that background, which you already had selected because you changed the color.
So I like to work, for those that are new to Cricketing, I like to work from my layers panel, okay? So I'm clicking the offset result that I just created, okay? Clicking the offset result that I just created. It is a basic cut. Now, if you're already working with a PNG and this happens, you are gonna have to change it to a basic cut function. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna come down here to contour, you're gonna hide all contours.
Whoa.
And then it just gives you the
I didn't
outline.
have to click on each one of those.
You did not have to click on each one. Now, while the offset result is still selected, I'm going to click Command, select all of those layers, wait for it, flatten. You've got a beautiful,
You've just made a brand new sticker
from an SVG.
That's customized.
Customized sticker from an SVG.
Let's come up with 3 ways that you could use this real life. Number 1, I want to talk about party themes.
Yes.
How many SVGs can you now customize to your party theme, whether it's using fonts, whether it's using, you know, all sorts of images.
Yes.
That's huge. Number 2, I think like doing any type of shirts that you want to have a certain color palette, whether even if you know, even if you don't know your color palette yet, use websites like, you just search what hex.
I just searched hex code color palettes. There are so many different websites that will come up.
If you are building your brand guide, if you're in Design Makes Sell, if you're joining Inner Circle today, pull out some of those workbooks, Lauren, because we want to show them the curriculum that they're getting when they go annual. We're mailing you one big workbook. And in here, we teach all about designing. We teach all about rocking your business and things like that. So it is super important for us to be able to help you do these things. And hex codes can give you a lot of inspiration when you're setting up your very own business. So we're super, super excited for that. You all will love it. If you just join monthly today, you get access to all the curriculum, but you don't get the mailed planner or the workbook. So we would just love to help you all if you want to sell. And I think hex codes will help you create that brand guide like we talked about there.
Yes.
So woohoo!
So Susie had a really good question that I want to address.
Hey, Susie.
She asked, why did it not fill in those 2 little areas on the bottom? That is a really, really good question, and let me answer that for you. So we're gonna unflatten this. The reason that it did not, and I'm just going to select my offset result. As you can see, because I flattened it, the operation up here changed to print and cut. So I'm gonna change it back to basic cut. It will change the color. We're just gonna come in here. We'll have to go back to advanced and Command V that color and change it back over here. So the reason that it did not fill that in is because they were not attached. So let's just go ahead and delete that offset result completely. Let's select them both. We're gonna go back to offset, and I had it at 0.15. So if you go up on your offset to like 0.25, let that fill that in, you can see it's these 2 parts are still not touching. So what you have to do is, if you want those 2 parts touching, you have to keep going up, and you can use the sliding scale. I'm just the type of girly that likes I just like punching in my numbers so I can be precise. I'm a very precise person when it comes to that. So you can change the offset and move it up if you don't like the look of it cutting up in the rainbow to a larger offset. Now it will cut a lot larger on the outside of that as well, but that's going to be a completely personal decision from that point.
Yes. Now, someone said, can we use SVGs for sublimation? Yes, you can do what Lauren taught and use hex codes, flatten it, and do. Someone called people out. A colleague of mine who I love, trust, adore very much said that it was unprofessional. I read Lauren the post and I almost made a video responding to her, and then Lauren talked me off the ledge. But it just wasn't Christian-like for me to do. No. But it is not unprofessional for you to use software that you are comfortable with, and if it fits within the parameter of print and cut, to print it out on sublimation paper, with your sublimation printer from Design Space.
Yeah.
So this right here could go on a onesie for a baby girl, or whoever, on a onesie period.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. So yes, you can use SVGs, you can customize them for sublimation. Thank you for being here.
And really and truly, I actually just used Cricut Design Space for sublimation for a Christmas outfit, for a Christmas shirt that I made for someone the other day, because it's just natural for me. Like, I know how to use Canva, and I use Canva all the time.
It was just natural.
For years. It was just natural for me to open up Cricut and be like, oh, this is going to be a very small design. I'm just going to do it in Cricut. It was super easy, you know?
Now, so what Tammy brings up a question. I really like this. I'm just curious, if we change an SVG to something new, is it still a Maker's Gonna Learn design? Tammy, honey, yes, it is. Because the artist that designed this, that developed it, you're still using their hand lettering, their drawing, and our property that we purchase, in partnership with our artist. So you changing a color doesn't change it from being a Maker's Gonna Learn design. So as long as you're, you have to manipulate a design like 20% or so to create a new piece of art. So, and that would not just be by color and things like that. So that's a great question.
Okay.
But, yay.
So now let me go ahead and fix this. I'll put the offset back on. 1.5, we'll apply that. What did I do? I changed the color because I want to show you guys how you can really manipulate your print and cut area that you're working with. Back to this offset, we got to change it back to a basic cut. That's the only thing, y'all, is it can get pretty like back and forth with this.
Sure.
Contour, we've already talked about this, so I'm not doing anything new that we haven't talked about. Selecting them both, flattening them together. So let's say I wanted to, this was a larger sticker, so I wanted this, and then we had these two stickers as well. So I'm gonna delete this out, and we're gonna go to, and let's make this one a little smaller. That way we have like a smaller one, medium, and a larger one. We're gonna go to Make It, okay? Once we go to Make It, you can see we still have a lot of area on this that we want to fill up. So one of the hacks that I like to do is you can duplicate however many you want on your canvas if you want to, or if I want to make 4 of all of these stickers. What you can go is go to Project Copies, hit 4, apply that, boom. It did it for you.
Whoa.
It did it for you.
Lauren, I'm trying to top comments, and then I see like you're making a bunch of stickers like really quickly.
This is the fastest way that I have found. Me personally, I like making stickers in bulk.
Carol has counted 17 hacks, and once she hit 17, she stopped counting.
Oh,
Carol, you're
sorry.
awesome. Too much. We should start charging for these.
I know. So let's just go on up to 5. Let's apply 5 because I really want to show you guys how you can manipulate these files. So let's say we want to, what you can do with Design Space. Don't let Design Space fool y'all, okay? Because this showed up here and you still had, look at this area over here that I could have moved this sticker, and you can zoom in. So we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna take full advantage of all of this area.
Stop it, Lauren.
So this one you can't really move over there, but we're gonna move this one here. We're gonna move that there.
Y'all, I just wanna let you know, Lauren practices literally everything she preaches here because you will see her spend extra amounts of time
moving stuff around
to just make sure that she stewards, like it is so nice to see how Lauren stewards our Maker's Gonna Learn supplies and just everything, because she wants to get the most out of it. And I love that she teaches this to you all because, if you know me, I usually don't. And that's how I live my life too. Like, it's not just on the show. Like, I just don't do that. And I love being able to, that's why Maker's Gonna Learn is not just Tanner. It's not the Tanner show. That's why I love it. And it's so fun. Because look at all this. How did you just make this room?
Now we have all this room here that I can put other ones. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here to this mat. I'm gonna zoom out.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move.
You could get another mama.
How many.
You could get another mama.
Oh, I know, but I'm gonna see if I can get another mama and another Maker's Gonna Learn.
You
Yeah, I'm
cannot.
going to. I'm gonna try it.
Lauren.
We're gonna move this one to number 1.
There is no way.
We'll come back and move it in a minute because now I'm gonna come over here and hit those 3 little dots and I'm gonna move it again. And I'm gonna move this one over here. And it may not fit, but by golly, it may fit. Oh, it's gonna fit.
Michelle says, for someone new, would you
Look at
recommend
that.
starting with print and cut? Yes, Michelle, I highly.
I could have fit another Maker's Gonna Learn on there, right there.
You could totally put another Maker's Learn on there, Lauren.
But that would mean that I would have to duplicate it again for number 6.
I think everyone's got their value.
But listen, did y'all just see how much room? Now, I don't know that I can take this rainbow and move it to the second sheet. It still might be a little big. Honestly, these stickers were pretty big, but you can. Oh, wait, can I? Can I? I don't know.
No.
We can try. A girl can dream. A girl can dream.
This is so funny.
I can't do it. I can't fit 3. I was trying to
Darn.
move them and manipulate them.
Lindsay says, Lauren has dropped the mic several times today.
I mean, I'm trying.
Lauren must
trying.
eat, sleep, drink her craft. She is at the top of her game. Listen, y'all.
I'm trying.
Lauren helped me. So fun little story. Lauren helped me do a webinar training over like 2 weekends before Christmas. And I literally told Lauren, I said, Lauren, you have to take the 2 days after Christmas off because I feel so bad you've worked so much. Lauren and I have been through a lot this month.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
it's all good.
2 days and now she's back better than ever.
Back and better than ever.
I need to go take 2 days off and come back.
I know. So I'm going to, what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna have you run out there, put that in the printer for me, grab me another sheet of paper.
You want a paper?
I'm gonna print this, and then I want you put that one in there first, and then put another sheet of paper behind it because I'm gonna print a calibration sheet.
Okay.
Because while we're on it, y'all, we're just gonna talk about calibration. We might as well, because if you're gonna talk about stickers and cutting stickers on your Cricut, you're gonna have to need to learn how to calibrate your machine. We're gonna print this. I personally am going, so this is gonna be, adding bleed is once again a personal preference. You can add bleed, you don't have to add bleed.
With your offset being a special color, I would totally add bleed.
Yeah, but one thing you are gonna have to do, you're gonna have to use System Dialog. I do not want you all to print if you're not using System Dialog.
If you're a newbie, you just need to come back to us. I know we've taught a lot, but this right here is where it gets good. Okay, so come back to us.
So we are going to be using the Epson TS9500. I don't know why it's gray.
It might have been because we were on a black and white printer before.
We're gonna
Hold
go
on.
to color. Haha, got it. Best quality. Always do best quality. And then I do feed from rear tray. It just tends to do better when we feed it from the rear tray, okay? And we are just printing the first page. So we're gonna print that bad boy. And then we are going to leave it there because I manipulated all of our files. We're not gonna go print our calibration sheet because if I do that, it's not gonna print, it's not gonna do that. So while that is printing, I'm going to browse all material and I'm going to type in Printable, and then I'm going to use Printable sticker paper white, okay? Printable sticker paper white. Now, there are a couple ways that you can print or you can cut stickers. You can do a kiss cut. A kiss cut is where it just cuts through the top layer, which is what we're gonna do today. You can do a full cut where it cuts all of it completely away from the sticker. So one example, so this one, let's go overhead. This, some of them will do it. This is what I mean by like a full cutaway sticker, is where it will cut all the way through. This one, for some reason, cut through parts of it and didn't cut through all of it. But a kiss cut is where it just cuts so you can leave it on the sheet, okay?
Love it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, let's see if that is, I'm gonna run out here, see if that's printed.
Hello, my friends. Oh,
They printed.
my gosh.
So now,
this.
what we're gonna do, we're going to align this on our mat in the top left-hand corner. I almost called it the right-hand corner, and I was gonna have to say, you know, my other right. And I'm going to take my brayer that's not in here.
We got the Cricut
It's all good.
burnishing tool right there.
Yep, and we're just going to lay this down flat. And you do have to be careful if your inkjet printer, like especially on the glossy paper. I printed this on the matte paper, but if you're printing on glossy paper, sometimes you have to make sure that your ink dries before you burnish this down. But we're just gonna make sure that you burnish this down really, really well.
Love it.
Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here to our Cricut. It is on Explorer 3, thank the Lord. We're gonna load that in. We're just
So a lot of us have been asking, do I need to calibrate before doing something like this? And I wanna be fully transparent. This is our first print then cut with this new machine. So the way I look at Cricut and print and cut is I do calibration if something is wrong. But a lot of you may be like, Tanner, I'm not wasting a whole sheet of printable material. Then yes, I would recommend calibrate first, then do this. But this will be a great test to see the machine that we unboxed yesterday going to straight into print and cut.
Yep.
Will it work? Leave me a comment right now. Do you think it's gonna be perfect or do you think it's gonna be off? Yes or no? Like,
Yes.
is it gonna be perfect or off? Leave me a comment.
So I did use the Canon. I used the Canon printer.
I
And I
have a
want to talk
link.
about what this Cricut is doing right now.
Ooh.
For those that don't know. So if you could see, there was a black line around, there was a black box around all of our stickers. So what the Cricut is doing now is it was registering those black lines so that it knew where to cut, okay? And now it is cutting our images out. Somebody asked if, how do you do the kiss cut? Your Cricut is already set up to do that kiss cut.
Exactly.
You have to put it on more pressure to have it cut all the way through. And there are different materials that are gonna cut different. So you have to learn your machine. Honestly, y'all, different machines cut different. My machine that I have out here in the craft room cuts differently than Alicia's machine. And you just have to learn your machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a trial and error process. You're gonna mess up. I wish you guys knew how many times we messed up
Right.
on a daily basis. Every single day.
True. True.
You all think that what we do is like that you get frustrated because it looks so easy for us to do it, but y'all, we go through trial and error just like you guys do,
Right.
so that we can tell you what not to do
Yes.
when it comes to crafting with
Now,
your Cricut.
Christina, for the Explorer Air 2 lineup, I always leave that machine on custom and I choose my setting from
Yes.
Cricut just like you would on Explorer 3 Maker.
Yes.
That's what I do.
So if you do have an older machine, the Explorer 2, for those that don't know, have the dial still, leave it on custom, choose it from your design
Yes.
space. That's the only, really the
Okay,
only way to
Lauren,
do
how
it.
is it cutting? I'm so excited.
So far, it's a little off.
Really?
It is.
I'm excited to show. I'm excited to show.
It is off. For those that said off,
Congratulations.
it's off.
Oh, how does it know where to cut? So Beth, we'll show you
Yes.
when this is done cutting. There's a little scanned box, so it scans it and then cuts from that. So yay!
The new machine that we unboxed here is the Explorer Air 3.
Yes.
We just recently unboxed a Maker, I feel like, as well.
Yeah, I think we recorded a video. Of some
Yeah, we
sort.
did. But yes. Let's see. No, you do not need,
Oh, my scoring stylus.
y'all don't need that tool.
I used it
See?
yesterday.
See, I just took it out while it was cutting. You don't need it. This is a scoring stylus for those that don't know. This will score your cardstock paper, okay?
Love it.
So now that it's printed, let's go
So show them the little
overhead.
scan too, because
Okay.
a lot of us are curious about the scanning.
So first of all, people ask, how does it know where to cut? This line right here, the black line around your stickers, that's what happens. So go back over to our Cricut. So this is your housing. If you look right here at your housing, there is a white box. There is a scanner in that white box and a light that turns on so that it recognizes those black lines. So it will go to the left-hand corner, right-hand top corner, down to the bottom 2 corners, and it will scan those lines so that your Cricut knows where to cut. So back to this overhead, you can see it scanned all of this, but still yet our Cricut did not cut perfectly. So let me take it off the mat. Well, actually here I said printable sticker paper and I was going to do a kiss cut and it cut all the way through. Once again, this is knowing the material that you're using and knowing your machine. This is the first time I've used this machine. But you can see that it is still off, like it cut. You can still see white, a little bit of white on this side. And I'm really, really glad that it was off. I'm so glad that it was off because what we're going to do now, we're going to calibrate. Yay. And I'm going to teach you guys how to calibrate your machine. I feel like we're running quite over on this one.
Oh, you know, it's boot camp week, so we have all the time in the world dedicated to y'all. It is
all the
so
time.
Good. I got therapy at 3 o'clock, so I got to leave here about 2:40, but I can be here until then.
Well, sounds good. So we are going to, I'm just going to not take up the full screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the 3 lines on the top left-hand side of our screen, okay? This is where you're going to find your dashboard. We're going to go down here and click calibration, okay? Now, because we are using the Explorer Air 3, it does not use adaptive tools. So the only calibration on an Explorer series machine is going to be print and cut. If you have a Maker or a Maker 3, you have the option to calibrate print and cut, calibrate your knife blade, and calibrate your rotary blade,
Yes.
okay? You're going to have 3 options if you have a Maker or Maker 3.
Right.
Yes, if you do have a Maker, you still have to calibrate, and the print and cut calibration is the same all across the board.
Yep.
Okay? So this is the same for everyone. So we are going to be using our Canon TS 95,000 or 9500 series. We are going to print our calibration sheet. That is sending that to the printer. And then while that is printing, I'm just going to come in here with my little spatula and I'm going to pull my stickers up off of our mat. And for those that are new, when you are pulling stuff off of your mat, here's another hack. Add this to the list, Carol. Turn your mat upside down and use gravity. Let gravity be your friend when you are taking stuff off the mat. Okay? And really and truly, scraper tools help too. So we're taking all of this off the mat. I don't know if y'all can see how I'm doing this or not. So one thing I said we were going to talk about the kiss cut. So I used the printable sticker paper for this. I probably could have used the printable vinyl, but if this happens and the stickers cut away and you want it just to be a kiss cut, go back, use the same setting, but use less pressure the next time. Right. And it should give you a perfect cut. So now we have our mat cleared. I'm going to run and grab our calibration sheet real quick.
Ooh, Lauren's printing out this calibration sheet and she's going to walk you through the steps that you actually take to calibrate, which for us now we know, do this first on a piece of copy paper. Don't waste your good material so you don't waste a sheet of material like we did today.
So I printed it on copy paper. You are going to once again line it up you need to be as precise as you can with this. It is very important that you are precise with this. It doesn't matter what kind of mat you load it on, just as long as you have it on a mat and you are precise with it. So we're just going to make sure that this lays down very nicely, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to come back to our share screen. We're going to click continue. It shows you, place it in the top left corner. We just did that. Continue. We are doing the Explorer 3. What is it doing?
Like I said, maybe the Cricut heard it. Oh.
There we go. Okay. Carrie also said, where do you buy your vinyl at? 143vinyl.com.
Link down below.
Linked below. Now what we're going to do, we are going to load our Cricut load our mat into our machine. Load our Cricut into our mat, you know, whatever. Whatever. Now, once that registers our mat, it will tell us on the screen what to do. Now it's telling us to press the go button, so we're going to hit play. Now, a lot of people ask us, now real quick, let's go over to our machine. This is what it does with print and cut, is it's calibrating that black line around it, top and then bottom, going back to the top Okay. Making sure it's right on the bottom.
Yes.
Y'all see that? Now it goes to that side and it registers. Somebody also said, sometimes it's hard with glossy paper. Yes, if you're using glossy sticker paper, sometimes it is hard for your Cricut to register, especially if you have a really bright area, because especially here in our studio, we have lots of lights going on from different directions. So sometimes that light will bounce off that shiny paper and it will distort how the Cricut is reading those lines. So sometimes you just have to turn your lights off and let it do its thing.
Yeah, sometimes move it around, things like that. All right, so while Lauren walks you through this, it's gonna be so good just so that you can see, and now it's asking Lauren some questions.
Oh yeah, okay, so go back to our share screen. Assessment number 1, without unloading the mat, so I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. It asks us if it is closer to this image or closer to this image. I'm going to say it is closer to the second image, but if it's closer to the first, you still need to do fine calibration, because fine calibration just really gets it super close. So we're gonna do a basic calibration because this is what our square looks like, okay? This is what it looks like. So we're gonna go to continue. Now what it's gonna do, and we'll go to our Cricut, it is cutting the lines, which are numbered 1 through 21 on the top, and then it's going to cut the lines which are lettered A through U on the side. And then, after that has finished cutting, we will hop back over to share screen and I will show you guys what to select. Now that that is done, and I know you guys can't see, but you're gonna come over here and you are going to select which one of these numbers, 1 through 21, cuts perfectly down the center of the black line. So we're looking at number 7 here. If I'm being honest with you all, I'm still not completely happy with number 7, but once again, we're just doing a basic calibration. We're not doing a fine calibration. So we're gonna choose 7 from the top, and then from the one on the side, I'm going to choose H. So back to our share screen, top line, we're going to choose 7. Right line, we're going to choose the letter H. Okay, now we're going to continue, and the basic calibration is complete. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unload that. We are going to print this again, because now I want to do a fine calibration. Let's go ahead. You can see how off that was.
Wow.
Like that's how off the cut was.
Yeah.
Yes, calibration is really, really easy.
Oh,
no
yeah.
need for anyone to be scared to calibrate. It's super, super easy. So now I'm gonna grab our calibration sheet to do
Grabbing
fine.
the other sheet, and this is so fun.
Once again, I am putting this down. So one thing that I would suggest to you guys, don't just stop at basic calibration.
Yeah.
I would make sure and do a fine calibration to make sure it's perfect. We are connecting to our Explorer that we have here. Somebody asked, do you have to calibrate different printers if you use Canon then switch to Epson? So if you use different printers for different print and cut things, printers are just like different machines. They might print different.
Right.
I mean, you can calibrate in Cricut from each printer if you feel more comfortable. If you decide, hey, I'm printing from my Epson, it's cutting beautifully, but when I print from my Canon, it's still, for some reason, it's not right. Try calibration printing from your Canon.
I don't think that'll happen too often.
I don't think so either.
Let's talk about why you need to calibrate. So as you move your machine around, things can get moved, like combobulated is what I like to call it. So if you are someone that travels with their Cricut, if you move it from the table to the floor all the way around, sometimes the machine just needs to be calibrated. So that's just the best way to describe it. If you leave it where, in one spot for a long time, I doubt you'll need to calibrate it as often.
Yeah. Also, we had somebody said that they got aggravated with the calibration that they gave up. There's no need to give up, y'all. It's so easy. I really hope that this will help you and walk you step by step through calibration so that you do feel more confident with it.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked, how do you do fine calibration? Fine calibration is the exact same as basic calibration. It just kind of takes it a little further and gets even more precise. So once again, it's doing the same thing. Okay. Somebody said I tried to calibrate my maker with the print and cut, but it kept telling me to place my knife blade. I would go back and double check and make sure you have the print and cut option selected, okay? So once again, it is cutting the box.
So if I use Wi-Fi for my maker, but my printer is attached to a desktop, does this process still work the same? For calibration, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're gonna proceed to fine calibration because it did cut pretty close.
Oh, cool.
And then we're just going to let it list. It's doing the exact same thing it did.
And Lauren's doing this for the whole team. I mean, she's taking one for the team so that print and cut is gonna look good with this Explorer 3 every time we use it.
Yep. So now it is. If calibrating your machine is not this easy, then it might be something that's messed up on your machine that you need to contact Cricut over.
Yeah.
Because calibration should not be hard. So now, once again, we're going to come back over here and fine calibration. It's looking like 11 and K.
Ooh.
Yep, it's not 7 and H anymore. It is, oh, I don't know, or is it 10? Ooh, I can't tell. I'm going with 11. 11. So top line, we're going with 11. Right line, we're going with K. And then it's going to cut the bigger piece. That's going to be the biggest difference with fine calibration. And honestly, I can't even see where it cut because it cut so close to that black line.
That's awesome.
So now the fine calibration, it printed the larger box. That's what that's there for. And you will now either select yes, it cut close, or no, I'd like to do another calibration. So of course I'm going to click yes and continue, and you are done with calibration. And then there you go. That is, you can see that it is now calibrated beautifully. And then let's unload this real quick.
Show today, this one's going down in the books because this has been such a fun show.
A hoot and a half, man.
An hour and 40 minutes, Lauren. You were on it. How about it? Welcome back to the corner.